originally one in the Monsterverse and is also the current Godzilla and Kong movie overall. Yep. Since January of this year, I've been taking a look at every single Godzilla and Kong movie except for Escapes, because I reviewed Escapes last year. Yeah. 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 But anyway, this movie is actually is almost 60 years in the making. But before that happened, there were other attempts to bring Godzilla and Kong back together again. Like in the 60s, where Godzilla was killed by Kong, and Kong was getting out a baby and biting a scorpion and all that, and then they were by Godzilla. They fought until they fall into a volcano. Yeah, you see why that version was ditched and replaced with Frankenstein versus Godzilla, then it was replaced with Mothra versus Godzilla. Yeah. However, they did try this again with the 90s with Godzilla fighting Kong. This time a totally different version of Kong, who is falling in love with a female scientist that turns him into a cyborg. And then that plot later evolves into Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. Yeah. Because they thought Turner, who owned the rights to the original Kong movies, thought they had the rights to the movie. But yeah, another thing I did not mention in these movies is Kong's contributed rights issues. Part of it is public domain, others went to the States, some Universal has the rights, and so forth. So it's very a mess. Unlike Toho kept Godzilla in check. Yep. Yeah. Again, this is actually the second. This one is actually the first time they actually gonna do it this time around. And yeah. So enough with this all talking, all this stuff, this build up. Another thing I did not mention about it is the 4 prequel comic book things that they did, and other stuff like the novel and all that, explain more details. But anyway, the movie goes like this. In Skull Island, Kong, now a fully grown adult, is running around in Skull Island, where since the events of King of the Monsters, Piece of Ghidorah's, you know, if you have watched last week's review, you probably guess what happens. Or Kong Skull Island review. Yeah, and so Kong managed to be trapped in a containment, growing trees in San Commandment. Containment. Strangely, I can't talk for some weird reason. But yeah, soon we actually meets Khan's Iwi friend, a deaf girl named Jita, played by Katie Hartle, who is actually deaf. And Rebecca's home character, Dr. Andrews, who is basically is basically what the female, like Dr. Franklin from King Kong Lives would have been. Well, that's going on. Somewhere in Pensacola, Florida, a conspiracy theory podcaster named Birdie Hayes, named after the original is from the old Vicom remake, is snooping around in this high-tech super science thing of Apex, where they have all this sciencey stuff and all that, founded by Walter Simmons, played by somebody. Don't remember the actor's name, but he's basically Doctor Who from King Kong Escapes. Minus the cartoon villain voice and laughter and capes, and yeah, you see why he is compared to Doctor Who from King Kong Escapes. But that out of the way, soon Apex's facility's been attacked by Godzilla. So Godzilla started attacking attacking this facility, and for unknown reasons. People believe that he attacked it because yeah. However, not only Mr. Simmons is there, so does the son of Ishiro Sarazara, Rin Sarazara, played by, I don't remember that actor's name. Yeah. But soon after Godzilla attacks, you soon see a suspicious eye appeared. And this attack also, Mara showed up. And soon the plot be Team Godzilla's plot would be different from Team Kong's. Basically, Team Kong's plot is like, well, let's bring Kong to the whole world, and let's bring. Well, Team Godzilla's like, what's with the matter with Godzilla? Why is he attacking like it is? That's the reason why. Yeah, speaking of characters, a couple returning characters from King of Monsters did. Both Madison and Mark showed up, and apparently Mark is now its director of Mark. So that means Sarazar was the previous director? And that means that Dr. Grime is his second in command? That is... Huh. That may actually make sense. Then refer... Like someone referring Dr. Grant as referring her as his wife. Which is kind of weird. Yes, that is kind of weird. But anyway. So they don't know why Godzilla was attacking, so yeah. So Mr. Simmons and Mr. Sawa decided to go to their university. Apparently, this version of Cardim got an entire university dedicated to him. Soon they meet up with Dr. Lane, played by a Skarsgård. Not the guy who is from 4, or the guy who plays a clown from It. I'm referring to the Skarsgård who plays Tarzan in that god-awful movie. Yeah. He asked him to go to the Hollow Earth and see what's... So, yeah. So he agrees and he goes to Dr. Lin and they both agree. Dr. Anderson, they both agree. Yeah. Again, these two characters are very different. You've got... Again, Dr. Lin is actually is like Mitch from King Kong Escapes. Not King Kong Escapes, King Kong Lives. Minus the tough guy attitude. And there is no Lady Kong in this movie. Or a Godzilla. Then again, that basically be weird that we never seen an actual female Godzilla besides Godzilla Man. And all that. He's like action. Kong has a female counterpart, but Godzilla didn't. That's the sad part. But hey. So they both agree, and Kong goes on a boat with some kind of chemicals and chains. Whether or not is it chrome steel and that. Soon we meet up with Mr. Simmons' daughter, Maya. Basically, Madame Piranha, if Doctor Who was his daughter. Yeah, you'll see what I'm going for. But, yeah. I think I hear something, but yeah. Let's take a quick break. Yeah, and soon they'll soon she arrives and all that. Later that night, rainstorm. Gia decides to go out and see what Kong's going for. And then Kong did the one thing we never thought he'd gonna do. He did the sign language. Yes, he did the sign language for home. That's right, the first time ever. It was an idea, but now it becomes reality. Kong doing sign language, which is amazing. But yeah, well, that's going on. Team Godzilla. Sue Maddie was teamed up with her friend Josh, played by the kid from Deadpool 2. Archer said young Tom Cassidy from Deadpool 2. Interesting in that Godzilla and Kong movie, there's a character named Josh. Oh, man. Yeah. That, and he's a camera. Soon, so they decided to look for Bernie. They did find him from a clue. And yes, they did referencing the Top Ops thing from 2018. Which is still stupid and pointless, but hey. And soon, he told them everything, but soon they join, see what's going on. And they went to a vicinity and they realized that the mysterious eye disappeared. So they went to what is officially Section 33. I know 33 stands for the original King Kong. But if you calculate the original Godzilla movie, 1950, that's 54, that equals to 87. If you subtract it by 13, and it equals 74. What kaiju who appears in 1974 and is also a Godzilla enemy? Also, that they went to a container full of skullcrawlers. Hey, the skullcrawlers managed to survive! But yeah, back with Team Kong, as Kong eats his delicious fishy meal, somewhere Mechagodzilla randomly appears and saying, "That's a lot of fish," and then disappeared. Godzilla shows up, and we got our first fight of the century, that being the first Godzilla vs. Kong fight. Round 1 is underwater, which Godzilla actually beat Kong underwater. You got the famous scene where Kong punched Godzilla on top of an aircraft carrier. Imagine it was Bronzeye. And then that would be kind of weird. Like, imagine him transform into his jet mode and flew off, and Godzilla Kong would be very afraid. Or tidal wave. But anyway, soon Godzilla won that fight because Kong drowns and all that, and then went down. So Team Kong decided to play dead. And then Godzilla just win. So soon with meanwhile in Team Godzilla, they did arrive and to see what is going on, and it was revealed what Apex has actually made. Yeah, remember the last era and King Ghidorah? you know, we got 4 out of the big 5. This movie actually rectifies that. Mechagodzilla is in the movie. Yep. This version of Mechagodzilla is 10 times better than that big city in the anime trilogy, in the Godzilla Earth trilogy. Basically, he looks like Godzilla, but he's more robotic. Matter of fact, he was designed by someone who works with the usually works with the Transformers movies. Yeah, that's pretty cool. In a weird way, but yeah. Yeah. As he destroys a skullcrawler, which is kind of weird that the skullcrawler's blood is green. Again, they have an initial footage that it was actually red, not green. Which, yeah, it's because apparently monster blood don't gonna get a rated R rating, despite you saw blood in Kong Skull Island and yeah. Boy, imagine the Gamma movies. If Gamma actually comes into the MonsterVerse, imagine a lot of blood and gore. Actually, it will be color blood, but still. Yeah. And that's the regular line. Soon Godzilla went. See. In the meanwhile, Team Kong decided to bring Kong with homaging the classic scene where helicopters bring Kong with balloons. Instead of balloons, it's a net. And they take them to Antarctica to the Hollow Earth entry. That's right. The same place that Ghidorah was frozen is also home to the entrance to the Hollow Earth. I know Danger Bear did something like done a video on it, but yeah. But anyway, soon Kong decided to. Okay. They both go. Him and Team Kong decide to go to the Hollow Earth entry, and it's full of wackiness and weird stuff. But it's actually the good kind of weird, not the weird kind, kind like Godzilla vs. Ghidorah. But it's really cool. And then they fall into the Hollow Earth itself, which is actually basically Skull Island, but grander, and also has this philosophical, mystical feeling. Soon gonna fight some warbats? No. Yeah, warbats. The snake-like things. And Kong eat his own. And soon he runs to the thing and meet up with Doug that people like. Despite this is the same monster from Godzilla from the old Pycon, but Soon Kong actually went to his own kingdom, this round table home building thing that his ancestors left, and he picks up the axe and also sit on the throne. But yeah. Meanwhile, Godzilla actually arrives on Hong Kong. Team Godzilla was captured, and soon Godzilla decided to do the one thing. As Kong decided to put the axe into an area, and it begins to glow. And soon Godzilla opens up and release a Hollow Earth entry. Release his eternal breath, actually. And dig it down to the hole. And makes a hole for it. Yeah. Oh, throughout this Godzilla movies, we see him do clapping, dancing, flying, talking, drop kicking, body slamming, using his atomic breath to hit a meteorite, having his dorsal springs glow lasers and coming out of his dorsal fins and tail, and now he does do that. Also, Apex decided to bring out this weird insect thing and extract the energy source that they've been looking for to help Mechagodzilla. But yeah, so Mechagodzilla went out of control. They thought they controlled it, but yeah. And then after Mr. Simmons' daughter dies, makes the Kong and release all the Hellhawks, because the Kong managed to escape out of the Hollow Earth into Hong Kong, and decided to fight Godzilla. Round 1, round 2, and then Godzilla fight. Both Kong and Godzilla did a good fight, and then the second round goes to Kong. Let's go into the characters. First one went to Godzilla. Kong won this fight. And then the third and final fight. Godzilla wins! Victory! By going full on crocodile mode. Or alligator mode. And beat up Kong! And scratching and all that, and stomping, and then both monsters done their warring. But yeah, and unfortunately, Mechagodzilla has been activated and has the conscious mind of Ghidorah, because they found a skull. If you remember that end credit scene, yeah, from the last movie, yeah. So Godzilla decided to fight Mechagodzilla after Kong got defeated. And soon, as both the original or soon Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla happened. Unfortunately, unlike the original movie, or like the original movie, Mechagodzilla beats up Godzilla full on. He just destroyed Godzilla so hard that you felt so sad for Godzilla. Yeah. And soon, but Godzilla gonna get help soon, thanks to Thanks, since, well, Godzilla was fighting Mechagodzilla, Kong was laying down, dying. However, his heart got restarted, and society just told him, Godzilla's not your enemy. That weird robot thing he is. I was like, okay, I can help my one-time enemy. So yeah, something that was unexpected. Godzilla and Kong versus Mechagodzilla. Woo! Yeah, this is a different. So yeah, they battling Mechagodzilla's around, and then Kong, with the help of his axe and Godzilla's atomic energy, decide to defeat Mechagodzilla by chopping the limbs off and all that, and a little help from some alcohol. Defeats Mechagodzilla, and soon Godzilla comes like, we're cool. Godzilla went out, wondering where Ghidorah is at, and so Kong lives alone lives peacefully in the holler, and the movie ends. Overall, that is pretty much Godzilla versus Kong. Overall, this is a very good movie. Yes, Godzilla won in an American movie. Kong won in a Japanese movie in the 60s. Godzilla won in an American movie in the 2020s. Yeah. This is really amazing. And yeah, this is more of a Kong movie than a Godzilla movie. Yes, Godzilla's in the movie, but unfortunately, he's only appeared snippets. Again, the human characters are kind of great, except the villains, who are basically Doctor Who and Man Piranha but as father and daughter, plus the son of Sarah. It's kind of meh. I didn't mention Mr. Simmons and the son of Sarah both die. Yeah. Again, this version of Mechagodzilla is amazing. Despite they having a plot hole that there's 2 Ghidorah skulls, we didn't see the second one, which we don't know. Since Kong looked amazing, Godzilla is amazing, Mechagodzilla is a beast, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for Godzilla vs. Kong. I got no. Except this is the first and only Godzilla movie and Kong movie where there is no CG, no actors, no stop motion, not so. There's no actors playing the monsters. In other words, no T.J. Storm for Godzilla and no Toby Kebbell for Kong. Yeah, or Terry Norby. Yeah. I forgot to mention about the motion capture actors from the last 2 movies. In fact, if Mechagodzilla was played by a motion actor who it would be the same guy who played Kevin in the last movie. Yeah, and also the song, the music from DJ Junkie XL. That is not great. It's a good music, but the themes. It would be better if you could use Godzilla, the Akira Fukube theme, or for Kong you can use the Mech Stallion theme, Mechagodzilla, the epic Akira Fukube song from the Heisei era. The themes don't work. Kong got a epic dramatic theme that would fit perfectly for a superhero. Godzilla has this generic sounding theme that would fit perfectly for a terrifying villain. Which is, yeah, the themes are so bad compared to the last movie's amazing themes. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Godzilla vs. Kong. And that's pretty much it for the Godzilla and Kong series. For now, in case Toho decided to bring up their World of Godzilla stuff. And there'll probably be more MonsterVerse movies down the road. Maybe Camera finally could show up. But, yeah. Since I'm done with the Godzilla and Kong series, let's take a break from reviewing movies. How about let's watch a TV series? Maybe something that Ichi Tsuburaya made. But it's in black and white. And reuse suits. And reuse actors. What have I told you? It is the first of the Ultra series. And that being next week's Kaiju Thursday. Kick off the Ultra series of reviews, mainly the Showa era ones, except for couples. That being Ultra Q. This will be an interesting take from the interesting take. See whether or not we continue this Ultra series. But anyway, this is Bart's from Staying to 10. And thank goodness I'm done with this series. For almost